o'clock. In Nigeria, it's 9 o'clock.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
No,
you. Good
no.
morning.
And Shavuot Shalva.
Shavua tov. Thank you.
All right. So forget what I said. That's I will show it to you at some other stage because I realized I made a mistake. So it's Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu. So it's a short Eloheinu, which means our God, Melech, King, Haolam of the world, who Asher Kideshanu, who sanctifies. So what we have to look for here is Kadosh, the root of Kadosh, or Kiddush. So the root is Kaf, Dalet, and Shin. Kadosh or Kiddush. In this word, it is Kiddeshanu. So we know it's a blessing or sanctification because of the root that is Kaf, Dalet, Shin. Kiddeshanu be mitzvotav, mitzvotav, meaning your commandments, be mitzvotav, vetzivanu, concerning us putting on tzitzit, or honoring the mitzvah, the mitzvot tzitzit, the commandments of putting on tzitzit. So what I'm trying to say is every Jewish blessing is going to start with this. Every Jewish blessing is going to start with Baruch atah Hashem Eloheinu melech haolam asher kideshanu b'mitzvotav vetzivanu al. For example, when we are studying Torah, you can say al divrei Torah. If we are putting on tzitzit, it's al mitzvot tzitzit. And then the other one is, for example, the washing of the hands, al netilat yadayim. So this is the basic structure of Jewish brachot. Now we get to the next part, which says Yehi Ratzon. Does anybody want to try and read just the first line, not too much, just the first line here? I want to try just the first line. Okay. It says Yehi Ratzon, which means may it be, or in English, let it be. But in a sentence, we can say may it be. Yehi Ratzon milefanecha. Right? What do we see here? Me. This word me means from. Milefanecha Adonai. Me from to milefanecha, which means in your presence or from your face. May it be Hashem from your presence, from your face, in front of you. And then it says Elohai ve Elohei avotai. What does it mean? It means that it may be from your face or from your presence. Here is the giveaway. The root is penei. Penei is the root, and penei is face. So, or presence. Let it be in your presence, Hashem. Elohai, the God of. Elohai, meaning the God of, and the God of Elohei Avotai, which is the God of my forefathers. Shet He Hashuvah Mitzvot. What does it mean? God of our fathers, to consider the fulfillment of the commandments. So this word is Hashuva mitzvat, not mitzvot, mitzvat, because it has a patach. Okay. Does anyone want to try and read the same line that I just read? I don't see anybody volunteering to read. Oh, Shalva, your hand is up again.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, can you hear me, Rabbi?
I can hear you now.
Okay. יהי רצון מלפניך, אדוני אלוהי ואלוהי אבותיי, שתהא,
Shethe,
that's different סידור, שתהא השובה מצוות ציצית לפניך, כאילו, כאילו, כן?
Kia,
קיימתייתא. No, I'm sorry.
Kiam,
קיים,
Kiamtia, Kiatia.
קיימתיה. קיימתיה. בכל פרטיה ודקדוקיה
Good.
וכוונותיה ותרי"ג. וואו. ותרי"ג.
Vetariag, good.
מצוות התלויות בה. אמן. סלע.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
So here's something new for everyone. When you see this double yud, like you have here, vatareyag, when you see these two yods together, you must make the assumption that it is an ah sound. Vatariyag, it's an extended ah sound. Vatariyag. And also here we have ba. So here we have bait with the kamats, so that's ba. But now there's an added h or hey with a dagesh as well, so it's a breath. So it's a ba. So you heard Shalva read it as ba. That's because of that extended that hey with the dagesh. All right. Anybody else would like to try and read just one line? Maybe from the beginning, just one little line. If it's difficult, I understand. Just I'm just wondering if someone else would like to try. All right.
I need to ask you something, Rabbi Hiller, before you go on. Can you put the text again? Can you scroll
Say
down?
again. Say again, Sean.
Okay. There is something that let me see, I just saw it. Okay, it's in that text. When you get to the point of this word, shetahe, there is a segol on top of the town. Why on top?
I have no idea yet. We might learn in the coming lessons, but I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't learned that far yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen that before. Okay. Thank you. All right.
No problem. All right. And then let's go. What else was interesting here? You might notice Bekol or Bekol is written with kamats, and the question is, why do we say Bekol and not Bekal? And that's because when we write the word kol, which means everything by itself, so by itself, kol means everything. We learned that there are a few ways of writing kol or kol. We can do this one. We can do this. And what's the third one again? I think let's stick with these two. So there are two ways that we can write kol, which means every or everything. Somebody's hand is up. You have a question?
Shalom, shalom. Abile, thank you so much. I
Shalom.
want you to, please, if you can explain to me the W here, the Yud, you say something about it and I don't get it. Yes.
Oh, this one here?
Yeah, yes. Thank you.
Okay. So I don't know the origin of it yet because I'm also still learning. But when you see this double thing here, that's like a yod, it's an extension of the ah sound, the aleph sound. So, for example, it says vetareyag. So it's not vetareag. Ag would be shorter. So to make it longer, it's vetareyag. So after the kamats are vetareyag. It's an extension of the ah sound. Can you hear it? Vetareyag.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what it does. It extends the aleph sound, the ah sound.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's read one more blessing and then we're going to go back to our textbook. So the Siddur continues and it says, when we put on the talit or the talit, anybody want to try and read this bracha for the talit? So we have a bait with a dagesh, so it's a deep B sound. Barki. Barki nafshi. What does it say? My soul. We have bar or bark. Here's a bit of a root. Where does this root come from? The word bracha or baruch, which means to bless or to praise. Hence we have a bracha. So the beit, resh, and kaf, the root tells us that it says bless or blessing. And it says barki, which means it praises my soul in English. In English it says it blesses my soul. But obviously the correct translation is my soul bless Adonai. It is imperative. Barki. That chirik maleh, which is a dot and a yod, a complete chirik, it means imperative. You must do. Barki nafshi. Now, this second chirik maleh is a possessive pronoun. This dot and this yod are a possessive pronoun. They say my, belongs to me. So the first chirik maleh is imperative. The second one is possessive. Barki nafshi et Adonai Elohim Elohai Gadalta. Now here I said Bar Barki nafshi et Adonai. We are taught in halacha that if we see God's name, specifically Adonai Elohim together, or rather Adonai, uh, Adonai and what's the other one? Elohim, which means this word. We need to use the word Elohim afterwards. So I'm not sure what's going on, but just to be safe, I will say Barki nafshi et Adonai Elohim Elohai Gadalta Mod Hod Vehadar Levashta Ote Or Ta Salema Notem Shamaim Kairi. All right, so let's try and read. Anybody want to try? If you get stuck, I will read with you.
Sorry, Sadiq. I have a question before I tried.
Uh-huh.
With the first word,
Uh-huh.
how do we read it? Barki.
Barki.
Why do we read it Barki instead of
So
instead of Barki?
oh, you mean like Barki as in okay.
Why instead of Baraki?
Okay, so that's a good question. Because there's this word ki that you always see. For example, it says Ki Adonai Elohecha, etc., which means in English because or for example, for God is your king, for example. So the sound here is ki because of the dagesh, it's a K. And here we have barki with a Q. See? Because this is kaf, this is kaf, barki. That's the way I'm able to read it. If I understand your question, why do we say barki and not barki, like going up, right?
Barre. Because here the shva is like an E, right?
No, no.
On the resh.
Yeah, so the Shiva tells us that we cannot put a vowel on resh. It must just be an r and not a re or ra. You understand? So the Shiva says be silent on the resh and just make the r sound without a vowel. So it becomes a barki. So the r we just pronounce in passing because of the Shiva. If, for example, let's say it was like this, let's say maybe it was, let's say there was a segol. This is not a word, by the way. This is just an example. It's not a real word. Let's say maybe it was like this. So now it wouldn't be barki, it would be bareki. You see? So when the way they write it, they want to tell us that we must not put a vowel. There's no e or a or e. There's no vowel, so they write it without a vowel. Instead, they put a shiva. Shiva means the r is either silent or standard. What does it mean, standard? It means that we just make the r sound, but we don't emphasize by putting a vocal or a vowel. So instead of bareki, we have barki. You see how we got barki?
Mhm.
Does it answer you? Mhm.
Yeah, meaning wherever I find the shva,
Uh-huh.
it means that that letter will be standard.
Exactly. Let's take another example. The very next word says, can you read this word? The next one after barki?
Okay. Beith-Sheva. Nefshe. Nefshe.
Nafshi.
Nefshe.
Nafshi. Right? Nafshi means my soul.
Nafshi.
So let's look at a word like nefesh. Oh, let me do this. So let's have a word like nefesh. Do you understand? Do you remember what nefesh means?
Soul, yeah.
Exactly. So that's nefesh. Now we have segol, nefesh. Maybe that's two segols, complete ones. We have a nefesh, which is a soul. Now I want to say my soul. I cannot say nefeshi. All right, it would be wrong for me to say, to put a chirik maleh and say nefeshi. It doesn't sound right. So what do I need to do? I need to change or conjugate the whole vowel system. Instead of nefeshi, I have nafshi. Now the Shiva says I must just pronounce fe as F, just as fe. There's no vowel. So from nefesh to nafshi, because I'm trying to show that it's my soul, my soul. So I cannot say nefeshi, this is wrong. I have to conjugate and say nafshi. So here we have nefe, which is the air sound. Here we don't have it because of the shva. It's just a simple F sound, nafshi. So the same thing with barki. It's not baruchki or bereki, it's barki because of the shiva. Again, you see?
Oh, yeah.
One last example is this word. This is actually meant to be an O sound, gadolta. This kamat, this patach actually with the line down, it's supposed to be an O sound, gadolta. So here we don't have gadol, even though the root is gadol, which means big, but the word is not gadol, it's gadolta. What does it mean? You are greatly gadolta. Great would just be gadol, but greatly, an adverb, sorry, is gadolta. So now we don't have gadol, just like normal gadol, big, because there's another word here. The shiva makes the lamed silent and standard, gadolta. So we don't emphasize the lamed like gadol, big, gadolta, greatly. So the shiva makes the lamed silent and standard so that we can pronounce the next word which has the next letter which has a vowel, gadolta. So the lamed we pronounce in passing, the fe we pronounce in passing, the reish we pronounce in passing because of the shiva. Does it start to make sense now?
Yes, Toda.
Okay. All right. Any other questions? Nope. All right, good. So let's go to the textbook again and continue from there. So we're in our Aleph Beith grammar textbook, we are doing possessive pronoun suffixes. It says Hebrew marks possession with pronominal suffixes on nouns. In this lesson, we encounter three of those suffixes: the first person singular, which is my, which is chirik maleh, with yod, my, like you saw in the Sidur, nafshi, nafshi. So the suffix is chirik maleh. So they are saying in the textbook that in this lesson we encounter three of those suffixes, which means endings. The first person singular is mine, which is e, and the third person singular, which is his, which is o at the end. This vav with a cholem on top, with a dot on top, is o, and a feminine ah, which is a kamatz, and a hey with a dagesh, with a dot inside. Often, when these suffixes are added to a word, the vowel of the noun stem construct, the vowels of the noun stem, they contract or are shortened. We are given example of the word Shem, which means name or a name, Shem, and then for another person, it becomes Shmo. For example, Shmo David, so which means his name is David. But don't worry, let's look at the examples here. We have plenty examples. So we have here Shem, which is the name. Shem is Shin Mem, and this vowel of two dots is a segol, is a chataf segol, which means a half segol. Chataf segol, a half segol. And then it means a name, and then we have Shmi, not Shemi. Can you see? My asks us to use the chirik maleh, the dot and the yod. So from Shem, which means a name, whoever, it doesn't matter what person's name it is, to my name. So because it's my name, I take away the chataf segol. The chataf segol is gone. Now there's a sheva or a shewa, and then it becomes plus the chirik maleh, it becomes shmi. Shmi Adam. Shmi Sarah. Shmi David, which means my name is David. And then what's her name? Shmo Avram. His name is Abraham. So if you want to say their name or his or her name, if it's a man, you put an O at the end. So the root of the word is Shem, but the pronunciation is dictated by this, that shewa, the two dots going down, which means don't say the segol, the chataf segol, don't say it, just say Shmo. And you add the mo, which means his name is. We have here an example, Shmo Avram. His name is Abram. Shmo Avram. And then if it's a female or a woman, we say Shma. Now listen to this. This is Shma, but because of the H or the Hey with the Dagesh, it's Shma. That means she's female. So her name, Shma Miriam, Shma Shalva. All right. Does anybody want to read this for me? What does this say here? Can somebody read this part?
What do you want to be?
I just want you to read this sentence.
Shema Sarah. Sarah.
Very good. That's perfect. Shma Sarah, which means her name is Sarah. Anybody want to read this one here?
Shmo Abram. Avram.
Very good. Shmo Avram. And congratulations, Rabbi Chimdia, for not forgetting that the Patach is a short A. So that was a perfect pronunciation. Congratulations. And then who wants to read this one here?
Let's see. I cannot see where you are asking, Sadiq.
Say again.
I'm trying to see where you are asking people to read. I cannot see. Now I can see where you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now I can see.
Okay. All right. So could you read that word?
No, but
Okay. So Shem means name. It's general. Shmi means my name. Right. So what is this lady saying here? She's saying Shmi.
is it Shmi?
Uh-huh. Shmi Bet. My name is Bet. Shma Sarah. Shma Sarah. Her name is Sarah. Shmo Avram. His name is Avram. Shmi Bet. My name is Bet.
Shmi,
Makes sense?
Shmi.
Did you get it, Achot? All right. Any questions here? All right, let's go. It says in 5.5 the construct form. All right, so when Hebrew talks about a construct, in English we are talking about two things. So when Hebrew says construct, in English, please close your microphone if possible, whoever has your microphone on. So in English we have two things: spelling and the root. So when you hear someone in Hebrew saying the construct of the word, the construct just means two things. It means the spelling of the word and the root. So from the spelling of and the root, we get the meaning of the word. All right. So that I want you to remember that in Hebrew, a construct, in English is the spelling and the root, and that gives us the meaning of the word. So let's go and explore what the textbook says. It says this lesson teaches terms for family relationships. Notice that the words for the relationships, husband and wife, are the same as man and woman. Okay. In this lesson, you will hear some of the words change form when a possessor follows. These are called construct forms in Hebrew grammar, and this is construct forms in Hebrew grammar, and this is a fundamental feature of the structure of Hebrew. This is covered in more detail in lesson 11, but for now, just focus on understanding the alternate forms of the words when they have a possessor. All right, that's a lot of blah, 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 but what does it really mean? We have here a simple word, av. Av means father, All right, here it is. Av means father. Avi means, it could mean my father or the father of. But I think in this case, it's the father of. From father Av, we have the father of. For example, Avi Noam, Noam's father. Avi Hevel, we can say Adam Avi Hevel, which means Adam, the father of Abel, or Abel's father is Adam. Here we are given an example. Who wants to try and read this example? Does anybody want to try to read this example?
Abram Avi Yitzchak.
Fantastic. Avraham Avi Yitzhak, which means Abraham is Isaac's father. That was very good. Next one, we have at. All right, so sorry, not at, ach, I beg your pardon. This is hey, this is chet. Ach in Hebrew means brother. So if you have a brother, it's ach. If you have a sister, it's achot. So we have here achi, because the patach is a hataf patach. It's a half patach. So we can't say avi. We have to say avi because it's short. So we have avi. Does anybody want to read what it says here? Go for it.
Let me try. Um, Esav
Very good.
Talk.
Very good. That was very nice. That was very nice. Congratulations. Esav, Avi,
Okay. Is it
Yaakov, Yaakov or Yaakov. Yaakov. Uh-huh. And here, Ya is a patach, and underneath Ain is a half patach or chataf patach. So it's Esav, Avi, Yaakov. Very good. Next one is Isha, which means a woman. Isha. And you'll notice that inside the shin, there's a dagesh, a little dot. So it's Isha. Isha, which means a woman. And then we have here Eshet. Eshet, which means the woman of or the wife of. On Shabbat, when you have Shabbat at home or in the synagogue, I think more so at home, there's a prayer for Kabbalat Shabbat, which is Eshet Chayil, just before Kabbalat Shabbat, a woman of valor. So from Isha, wife or woman, we have Eshet, which means wife. Does anybody want to try and read this sentence here? Go ahead.
Sarah,
Uh-huh.
Eshad,
Uh-huh.
Avraham.
Fantastic. Baruch Hashem. Sarah, Eshet, Avram. That was perfect. Any questions? So it means Sarah is Abraham's wife. It can mean two things. You can say Sarah, Eshet, Avram, which means Sarah, the wife of Abraham, or it can mean Sarah is Abraham's wife, or you can say Sarah, comma, Abraham's wife. in English. So there's many ways you can translate it into English, which is why it's difficult to translate the Hebrew Bible to most languages in the world, because the possibilities and the variations are so many in how you can interpret or translate it. It says that note that some words change the spelling of their vowels slightly when they're in construct form. Now, let's go back here. So let's look at the constructs. The construct is av. Av is the construct here, and we have it here in avi. Avi has the construct of av. Here, ach is the construct, which means brother, aleph chet. And in achi, meaning meaning a brother of achi, we have the construct again of aleph chet. The same thing in isha and eshet. Isha means woman. Here's the construct ish, which means man or man, which means a man, and then with a hey means a woman. When we look at eshet, we have ish. Aleph shin as a construct. So you understand now when I say that a construct is basically the spelling and the root, which gives us the meaning. You understand? All right, it says, note that some words change their spelling of the spelling of their vowels slightly when they are in construct form, but the pronunciation is not affected. Okay, so what changes? The spelling changes of the vowels, number one. So actually, let me highlight this. So the spelling changes a little bit when they are in construct form, but the pronunciation is not affected. Let's see what they mean. We have here the word ben, which means son. And then we have ben, and ben, because of segol male, a complete segol here. Yes, chatap segol, it's a half segol. Ben and ben. Okay, so let's see the example. Does anybody want to read this example? It's what does it say here? All right, who had their hand up first? Let's go. Who's got their hand up first? Shalva?
Pass to Natalia.
Okay, Achot Natalia first.
Let me try. David, but David.
It's a noon. It's a noon. A bait is a noon.
Now the thing is gone. Where can I get it? I want to. Is it David?
Ben.
Ben Ishai.
Very good. So we have here a generic ben with a half S sound, with a half segol. So we have ben. But here we have a full segol, so it's Ben, David, Ben Yishai. Can you see how the tone changes? The tone changes. Ben means a son, but the son of is Ben. So we have Ben, and then we have David Ben Yishai. So there's a Ben Yishai, that accent of Ben Yishai, it means that he's the son of Jesse in English. So let's read the words separately. So here is Ben. Ben is a separate word. Ben. And then we have Yishai as a separate word, which means Jesse. Ben Yishai. What does it mean? It means son and Jesse. But when we use this connector, can you see this connector here? Which is like a hyphen in English, this connector. So we have this situation. So on its own, we have Ben, which just means son. And then we have the word Yishai, which means Jesse in English. So now we want to say the son of Jesse, which is David. Now we have a segol that's complete. We have a nun, and then we have this connector here. And then we have Yishai. All right. So now what is the difference between the two? So this Ben is flat. This is just, let me use a different color. This is just Ben, like in English, Ben. But here it's a bit different. This is Ben. You see how the pronunciation changes? Ben plus Ishai. Just Ben Ishai. But because of this connector, we are showing that the son is of Ishai. The son belongs to Ishai. So now the pronunciation changes. It's no longer Ben Ishai. It's Ben Ishai. Ben Ishai. The tone goes up. Ben Ishai, because of the segol mane. It's a complete segol. Did this make sense to you? David ben Yishai. David is Jesse's son, or David, the son of Jesse, depending on how you want to translate it. Did this make sense?
I have my hand up, but I have to talk because you haven't seen my little hand.
Oh, no, I haven't. Go ahead.
Rabbi Hillel, I am so sorry, but I don't see any difference, and I don't know why. The first Ben, he has the segol only 2 dots, and the other Ben, the segol with 3 dots. I don't see it. I'm so sorry.
Okay, that's fine. So Ben is son, right?
Mm-hmm.
So because it has a segol, because of the segol, what does a segol mean? So let's go in again. The segol means, sorry, not the segol, the dagesh, this little dot in the center. So the dagesh tells us that the sound should be a double bait. So there should be, right? So that's what it means to have a segol. So double bait. So sorry, dagesh, the dot dagesh is equal to bait plus bait. So it's a b. And then we have a chataf segol, which is a half a sound. And then we have a nun. So it's like in English, Ben. Hello, Ben, right? Now here it's different. Now here it's different because now we are saying son of, right?
But
For
it wasn't
example,
the same. It wasn't the same thing on the first example. Son of Ben Ishai, son of Ishai.
yeah, But can you see how your tone, your accent changes when you say Ben Ishai? Because you are saying it's somebody else's Ben. You see?
Ah,
So you can say Ben if you want to. You can say these two words. You can say Ben and you can say Yishai, but they are not connected. They're two words. Ben, Yishai. In Spanish, if you allow me to explain it in Spanish,
yes.
Ben es una palabra suelta y Yishai también.
Mhm.
So when we want to unite these random words, we use this connector here. And then that changes our pronunciation from Ben to Ben. You see the H that I put here?
Uh-huh.
So Ben Yishai, when the accent changes, it says this is not just a normal Ben, but he belongs to Yishai. Ben Yishai. So it goes up, the accent goes up. Can you see?
Ah, yes. Okay.
All right. Somebody
Thank
else's
you.
hand is up. Uh-huh. Akhot Natalia.
It's my hand.
Yes.
I just have oh, the thing used to disappear from the. Okay. Disappear.
Uh-huh.
I have a question there where when there is tsare, you call it half segol. Is it so?
Where is it? Where is Tzadeh? Oh, you mean
The
with
tsare, the tsare, when there is this double
yes,
dot
yes, yes,
vertical, you call
yes.
it half segol. Is it it have two names or
This one?
that one is segol? There is this one
One here?
yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's
the bird.
Chataf Segol means half Segol.
Because that's the one I'm asking.
Okay, so you're asking if it's a half Segol or a Tzere?
Hmm.
Okay. You'd have to go back to your notes and have a look. I'd have to go back to the video and have a look as well. It could be a Tzere, but in my mind it's a half Chataf. I mean, it's a half Segol, but it could be a Tzere. What does your notes say? Do you remember from the previous video?
Because this one is a tere.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for the correction. So this is a tzere. Let me put it here.
That one.
Thank you so much for the correction.
It will remain the same sound. Eh.
Yeah, it remains but it's a half It's a tzere, but it's half which means the half of segol. So this is segol, and then you remove the one dot, it becomes a half sound, a half and Akhot Natalia has just corrected us that it's a tzere, not a kataf patach. So thank you for that. All right, so let's continue to the next one. It says here Akhot, which means sister. Akhot, and then we have here Akhot. Akhot, it's a full kamat. It's a complete sound. It's a kamat. Akhot, and then here we have a half patach. So it's Akhot, Akhot, and Akhot. You hear the difference? Akhot, 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 Akhot. Does somebody want to read this part here? Anybody want to try? Akhot Miriam, do you want to try and read this sentence here?
Let me try. Rachel,
Uh-huh.
Achot, La,
Le,
Lecha.
Leah. Good. That's very good. Leah, Leah. So
Yeah, it's to
so we have Rachel, Achot, Achot, Leah. Listen to the pronunciation. Achot, Leah. Achot, Leah. So when you have this patach here that's half with the little dots that look like shewa, it's a short sound. So we have here achot, 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 because we have a kamat, it's a full A sound, achot, and then we have achot, 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 Rachel, achot, Leah. Got it?
Yes, yes.
All right. It says here all nouns that are followed by a possessor are in construct form, but some words like M, meaning mother, and bat, meaning daughter, are exactly the same in construct from their free form called the absolute form. Now, what does that mean? Let's have a look. We have M, that's the construct. M means mother, but here it doesn't really change the construct or the pronunciation. We have here Sarah M. Yitzchak, which means Sarah is Isaac's mother. And then we have but, which is daughter. And it doesn't change in this case, but remains but. The construct and the spelling remain the same. Does anybody want to read this sentence here? It says, but me at. Yeah, go for it. Yes,
can I read or you read it?
you can read it, please. If you could read it, that would be nice.
But
Uh-huh.
my okay.
But me
But me ete.
at.
At.
Yeah, because of the shewa.
Okay, the shva. Oh, no.
Yeah. So me, in this case, it means who. Whose daughter are you? Whose daughter are you? But me at. If it was
Why
a,
not me? Why not me? Long.
please repeat.
The me. Why not but me long?
Why is but me?
Me. Why it is just say but me, not but me?
Ah, okay. It has to do with gender. Okay. So Hebrew is very strong on gender. So if you say but me, it does mean whose daughter, but it's not specific. The question is not specific to someone. You understand?
Mm.
So here the question is specific to a woman whose identity or whose pertinence is not clear. So if it was a man, it would be Ben mi ata. But because it's a woman, it's bat mi at. So it is specific. The question is posed to a specific gender, a specific person. So since we said but, we know we're talking about a female. So at the end, we must say at. All right? Whose daughter are you? If it was a man, we would say ben mi ata. So ben would tell us that it's a male, it's a man. Therefore, at the end, we have to put ata. And here it's a female, but we have to put at to specify that this is a specific question to a specific person who has a specific gender. You understand?
Mm.
Make sense?
My question was at the middle word from which is connected there, the me.
Uh-huh.
My question was there to say, why not me? Me, because there is an E down here in the yod, which is also ye.
Yeah, the Khirik and the Khirik Malay. Uh-huh.
Mm.
So
Why not me? Long to make it light, long me. Just to say me. But
Okay.
me.
okay, so
So we read it, but me,
yeah,
me at.
uh-huh. So let me just put my earphones on as a bit of peripheral noise. Just 1 second. Okay. So if we have me here, me, mem with a khirik,
Mhm.
this is a khirik. This is a khirik malay, which means a complete khirik. All right, so what's the difference? Me means from me. All right. For example, Mitzion from Zion. Mitzion from Zion. So this is from means with a chirik malay. It says here, but me, who, whose. All right. This wants to know possession or pertinence. You see the difference?
I cannot see where you are now.
Let me see. I'm on a Word document. Did I stop sharing? No, I didn't stop sharing. Can you see my Word document?
Documents.
Yes, yes.
All right. So Achot Natalia, can you see the Word document?
No, not see. What is
No?
document? This one I'm lost. I can
Oh.
see the screen. I can see there is son of Jesse. There is who stroke who.
Yeah. Okay, so let me just pull my screen up. Can you see better now?
You said document.
Yeah,
I
on
can
the
see
screen.
Aleph.
Can you see what I've written?
Yeah, now I can see there.
Okay, good. So I was explaining that me with just the chirik means from. Okay.
Mhm.
Then the me with chirik malay, it wants to know the possession. Who does this belong to? So we have the word who or whose, right? Or even whose like this. Whose daughter is this? It wants to know the possession. So me without a yod is from. When we put a yod, it becomes a chirik maleh. It wants to know possession. You see the difference? So I wrote
Yes.
an example here that says mitzion, which means from Zion, right? Now, coming back here, it says, but me. But me, whose daughter? Me, who? Whose? Whose daughter are you? But me at. Whose daughter are you? If it was a man, it would be ben mi ata. Whose son are you? Make sense?
Oh, yes.
Wonderful. And then we have here ish. Ish, which is a man. It doesn't change pronunciation or construct or spelling. Can anybody read for me this sentence here? In the middle. This one. Sorry, let me go back. It's disappeared. There we go. Can anybody read this middle sentence? Whose hand is up? Akhwat Natalia.
Yitzhak,
Nope.
Yaakov, Yaakov, let me Yaakov, Ish, yeah, Ishi,
Ish.
Leah.
Leah. Very good. Yaakov, Ish, Leah. Let's read slowly. This is a half patach, so it's Yaakov, Yaakov, Ish, Leah. Very good. What does it mean? Ish, it means a man, but also a husband. So Yaakov, Ish, Leah. So if you wanted to know whose husband Jacob is, we would say Ishmi, Yaakov, or Ishmi Ata, meaning Yaakov, Ishmi Ata. And then Yaakov would say, Ani Ish Leah, I am Leah's husband. Any final questions? That's where we'll stop today. Any final questions? And then we'll continue next week with both the grammar lessons, Aleph, Beith, and also the modern Hebrew textbook. Any questions here? Yeah? Shava?
We want to do some exercises. I didn't check. The book will have some exercises to review the material or not?
No. Unfortunately, this textbook doesn't really have exercises. It's meant to teach you the method.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't really have an exercise where somebody gives you a test or gives you homework. It just assumes that you're going to follow along.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And then next Sunday, or if you want to, you can continue on the Essentials textbook, but I would say wait until next Sunday. We stopped here last week. The next week, we're going to continue with the construct of the words so that we can improve our reading. All right? Did you learn something today?
Oh, yes, we did. Thank you.
All right. Wonderful. Yom Tov to everybody, and I apologize for the mistakes, but I did warn us in the beginning that we are all learning together. So your Hebrew is as good as mine.
Rabbeinu, I was lost. So the last The last sentence, my phone went off.
Ah, okay.
I didn't catch up.
Not to worry. I will send the video once it's finished its checks. I'll send it by email again and I'll put it on the WhatsApp group. So you will not miss anything, okay?
תודה רבה, רבנו, תודה רבה.
No
Rabbi
worries.
Hillel, I
Yes.
tried to go back to the new attachments you gave us because
Yeah.
I need to review the other classes, but you didn't send those two classes, the recording.
Well, I did send an email which has the attachments and the YouTube link for the playlist. So you need to go to that email and click on the YouTube playlist. All the 9 lessons are there on that same playlist.
So I have to go to the okay.
Yeah.
I thought that I was going to do a click in the email and then I would see
No.
the class.
No. Yeah,
Okay.
you have to go to YouTube. The link just takes you to YouTube.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
All right, everybody. See you later. And Hashem bless you.